texting over here.
Hi, Erica. I'm Shannon Sullivan, the student nurse today. We talked on the phone about doing the family assessment interview. Is that still
Yep.
okay?
That's all right.
All right. Sounds good. Do you have any questions for me? Bless you. Do you have any questions for me before we start, or anything that you would like answered by the end of the interview?
Nope.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, the first thing I would like to know is just an overall idea of who is your family, who's in your family.
All right. Well, I have my dad, Dan,
Okay.
and my mom, Deb, and then it's me, and then my sister, Mariah, my sister, Andrea, and then my brother, Nick.
Okay. Sounds good. And how old are they, your siblings?
Mariah is 19, Andrea's 15 to turn 16 in a month, and then my brother, Nick, is 13.
Okay. Sounds good. Does anyone in your family possess any unique traits? Anything that stands out?
Yeah, definitely. And my dad, he's very hardworking and he loves being outside. He loves agriculture, so he provides agriculture. And, you know, it's just something my family's always been involved in.
Yep.
My mom, she's what about my mom?
Yeah.
I would say my mom's also very hardworking. She does her job very well. And my sister Mariah, she's kind of the bum of the family, but she's very. I think it's kind of a good trait, but she's very opinionated, and like she has her own opinions, and she doesn't care what other people say to her. She doesn't care about what other people have to think about her, and I think that's like something very good to have because a lot of people dwell on what other people have. Yes. And then my sister Andrea, she's just a little fireball. She's very athletic, very tiny, athletic, little gymnast, track runner. So
competitive.
Very competitive. She's actually, we compete in the same, I was a gymnast and a track runner, and then she was a gymnast and a track runner. So we kind of have competitions, like, oh, I'm going to be better than you. Like, she's just one of those that. And then my brother Nick, he's just a little joker of the family. He keeps things alive. It's
good.
Fun.
Kind of got all your bases covered there.
Yeah.
What would you say is your family's defining characteristic or characteristics? Are there any strong values that define you or anything?
Yeah,
like
definitely. We're a very hardworking family. We believe in a work ethic. My parents always told us, like, if we don't do our chores, like, why should we be able to, like, we should have to care for our family, like, or our animals, like we care for ourselves. So that's something, and we're just very hardworking.
Cool.
That's one of them.
All right. What is your geographic household location?
We live in Fairmont, Minnesota. It's my house is about 6 or 7 miles from the Iowa border, so very close to Iowa, but it's very rural. But we have about 12,000 people that live there.
All right.
Seems kind of big now. I don't know. It seems big, but it's actually kind of small.
Yeah. Small world. Has your location changed over time?
Nope, never. We've always been in Fairmont.
Okay. All right. Can you tell me about some of the broad environmental characteristics you've observed, such as like city versus country setting, characteristics of your town, or even like your county and state?
Yeah, definitely. I live on a farm, so it's very different than what the city's like. On the farm, what's the song? You can stay up late, the sun goes down, whatever the song is.
Very open. I know what you're talking about.
It's very open. It's like free willed out there. You just do whatever, and you don't have to worry about like rules in town, and you don't have to worry about your neighbors, what they're gonna do, because they're like the same as us. So it's very open, and
So you feel like you kind of have a sense of freedom in your environment.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. So going off of that, can you tell me a little bit about your social background, like your family's social history, like a little bit about like what kind of school you attended, any extracurricular activities that kind of connect you to your social setting?
Yeah, we went to a public school, and extracurricular activities. We're all involved in sports or were, and we're also a part of 4-H, which is it's an organization. Well, it's for the fair. You show your animals, but it's not all about that. It's also about like community service and caring for everyone, your family, community, country, your world. Like, sorry, I'm saying the pledge, but yes, it's organization that we've been a part of ever since I've been in 3rd grade. So.
Cool. All right. And as far as your socioeconomic status goes, how would you rank your family?
I would rank my family middle upper class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And has this changed over time?
Yeah, definitely. My about 10 years ago. Yeah, about 10 years ago, we were probably higher, lower, upper class. So, or not upper class, middle class. We were probably a little lower than middle class, but we weren't definitely ranked lower class. But it happened because my dad got job positions that were changed, and then he took a very big financial risk and purchased a business, and it paid off in the long run.
Wow. So, okay. So you think that that's affected your family positively?
Definitely. It has, and
yeah. Awesome. How would you describe, if you could, for me, the political attitude in your environment? Does it lean strongly left or right, or do you have kind of an overall feel of that in your environment?
I guess I'm really not one of those to follow the politics.
Sure.
But I would say the community I'm in would probably be more Republican. And
a lot of like farming.
Yes, and my parents are very Republicans, but it's something I really don't follow.
Sure. Is your family satisfied with your household and living situation and environment?
Yep, definitely.
Okay. And why?
We all have our own space. We all have our own bedrooms. We live on 9-10 acres of land, so we have so much space to do things. We have our cattle that we could go work with. My dad's a race car driver, so we have that to go do, and there's just so much to do. 4-wheeler, dirt bike, go kart. We have so much land to do it, so it's very open, and we have.
So you said that you do have a lot of acreage. So how close is your closest neighbor?
Actually, my closest neighbor lives right across the road from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have relatives. My dad's brother lives right up the road from us, less than a quarter of a mile away. So he's right there. And my grandpa, before him and my grandma passed away, they lived on the same farm as my uncle. So, he was very close, and it's nice having, family that close, because we're very involved in our extended family.
So you would say that you feel safe in your neighborhood?
Definitely.
Overall? Yeah, it seems like it. Does your family have access to community resources and programs?
Yep, we have the school, we have hospital, we have pretty much everything, stores, grocery stores, we have everything that is essential for us.
And you mentioned like being involved in sports and 4-H. Is there anything else in the community your family is involved in?
Well, not really. I mean, we're involved in the church, but I mean, we have gym memberships at the local gym.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of with our athleticism. But
yeah. Does your family regularly interact with their friends and coworkers?
Yeah, definitely. My mom is very good friends with a lot of her coworkers. My dad's good friends with a lot of his coworkers, and a lot of them are our main family friends. So
yeah. How do you think that affects your family, being close with those people?
We have a lot of different family friends, so they all affect us in a different way. They all bring their own views, and they all bring their own way of being a family friend. So they affect us differently every day.
Right.
So
it's a good thing. Okay.
And I think it's nice to have many family friends, because you don't always have the same view, and you can get other people's opinions if you need it.
Yeah.
And they're so supportive, so it's
good.
Very nice.
Good. So you mentioned that both your parents are friends with coworkers. So where are their places of employment?
My dad works for KBQ, which would be Knowledgeable Breeder Quality, and it's a hog business. And he's a manager of, not a manager, he is the guy I don't want to call him a service manager, but yeah, service manager. We'll just call him that. But he goes around and he like marks the pigs for market, and then he also takes hauls little pigs to the wean sites and and he counts pigs. You know, he looks at their condition and if they need any medications.
Sure.
So stuff like that. He's just, I don't know, the all around pig breeder guy. And then my mom, she works at Avery Raytronics, which is they build scales, truck scales, any type of scales from 5 pounds to many pounds. But she's an IT analyst, so she works on the computer.
Okay.
And then my parents own our business, Demand Pork, which we we produce the baby pigs.
Oh, wow.
Raise them for 3 weeks and then they get shipped out the door.
Okay. So what kind of, it sounds like your whole family is kind of involved with the family business.
Yeah,
How do
definitely.
you think that affects you?
Well, I actually work for my parents, so I work in there, but you know, and my brother and my little sister, we've all worked in there.
Yeah.
You know, just my brother and my little sister and brother, they go in with me sometimes just to do like afternoon chores, but you know, it's kind of just a family thing, and it's nice to see how our efforts are like producing our hard work is paying off, and like how we are able to get the things that we need, but you know, we're doing it because so we can see our progress. It's nice to see how we're doing.
And kind of having like that idea of teamwork, like working together.
Definitely.
It's probably really nice to have. So moving on to more of a functional perspective of your family, who in the family assumes the head role of caregiver?
I would definitely say my mom. My dad was the one when we were babies. He'd have to call my cousin who lived right up the road to come change our diapers because he definitely was not that one. But yeah, my mom is definitely the caregiver in our family.
And has your family experienced any drastic change over time? Like you mentioned, just the transitioning in family business.
We purchased our business, and that was probably the biggest change in our life. Mm-hmm. But I think when my grandparents died, I guess I was really young, but I think that kind of had an effect on my dad. Yeah. Definitely, because he was a baby, you know, close to his family, so.
And you mentioned they lived so close to you.
Yeah, they lived so close. Mm-hmm. But I think that was probably, you know, I really wouldn't know because I was so young. But I think it kind of does have an impact. I can see the overall impact on my extended family of my grandparents being gone. Right. But, you know, I don't see it just
personally.
Yeah. Right. I have not gone that far. But I could see that being a major change because, you know, my dad's always lived within that distance of his parents, not with his parents.
That would be a big transition for him.
Yeah.
So kind of going off of that with change, small or large, who is the main communicator in your family or who facilitates most of the communication?
You know, we're actually a very closed off family. We just kind of keep to ourselves and don't really discuss many things other than what we need to. We try. I guess my mom would be the one we go to for like personal things, like, you know, us girls. But like, I mean, I go to my dad for like business advice. Like, you know, I kind of want to follow his footsteps. Being a nurse, you know, I also want to raise the pigs, but I want to be a nurse.
Kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I want the best of both worlds. So I kind of like, you know, go to him for those communicating things. But other than that, it's pretty, I don't know, just whenever someone needs something.
Do you think that anyone communicates more in your family than others?
I'd say my sister Mariah actually probably communicates the most because she's very emotional and, you know, she's kind of in that transition. She just started college this past fall. And, you know, she's kind of had some troubles with it. So she's probably the most communicative.
Okay. Does your family acknowledge any reasons to celebrate?
Yeah, we celebrate birthdays, you know, Christmas every year with our extended family. You know, we're very extended family oriented, as I've said. Yeah. But like, we spend all of our holidays with our extended family, and you know, like Memorial Day, Labor Day. I mean, we go camping, and it's just something we've always done. Yeah. And then 4th of July, we always go camping, and you know, it's just stuff like that. But birthdays, anniversaries,
Cool, awesome. So you mentioned that your family isn't super communication oriented. So how would you rate your family's overall connectedness?
I think we're very connected. Mm-hmm. I will stick up for my brother. Like, if someone's gonna pick my brother, I'm gonna be the one to like stick up for him. And even with my extended family, my cousins, like we're all kind of relatively in the same age group. Mm-hmm. So, I see it a lot with my older cousins. Like they're very protective over all of us. Yeah. And like if someone's gonna mess with us, they're gonna step in and they're gonna intervene. Like, mm-hmm. It's not just like if you're gonna mess with me, you're gonna mess with my whole family. Mm-hmm. So we're very connected with each other. Yeah. And so I think we have a strong bond between us.
A very good dynamic to have. Yep, for sure. Who's the main coordinator in the family, do you think?
Huh?
The main coordinator in the family?
The main coordinator would have to be my mom. She, okay. I guess, she has her calendars,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Stuff like that.
And is that an effective role?
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of just like taking it on, being mm-hmm. the mom.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, good. And the last section of questions I have is more of a structural perspective. How would you describe your family's overall independence when it comes to healthcare, like caring for yourselves on a regular basis?
I mean, we all care for ourselves. We're very independent of ourselves.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Do you participate in any like regular routine health checkups or like dental care, physicals?
Well, I go to the dentist twice a year, regular checkups. But other than that, no. I mean, in high school, I went to physicals for sports, but that's about it. And, my brother's family's the same way. We only go to the doctor when we need to go to the ER.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I just had a checkup for classes, but that's about the last. Yeah. It's nothing like we go regularly.
Does your family have a basic understanding of disease prevention as far as like diet and exercise go?
Yeah, definitely. My mom, she is overweight, and she's working on it now. She has a gym membership, works out every day, eats healthy.
Good.
And I think it's nice that her work program actually they have a competition, so it's like a team effort. So. Okay. They have their weigh-ins each week, so it's kind of like The Biggest Loser,
Yeah.
And like whoever wins gets so much money.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an incentive for her to work out. So yeah,
perfect. Has anyone in your family ever struggled with mental health or mental health behaviors?
No.
Okay. And how do you and your family respond best to illness within the family?
Well, I don't know. We've never really had any major illness.
Okay.
Only I can just think of like my mom being hospitalized for an injury, but that was about it.
Okay.
That's the only major illness we really had.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, my grandpa had lung cancer, so.
Okay.
But that was from being a farmer, and all the chemicals. So that was what really happened to him, but. I don't think there's
nothing major. Yeah. Okay. And then what, if any, traditions, beliefs, or values does your family hold that are relevant to health? Any strong values or beliefs?
No.
Okay. Is your family pretty content with the healthcare system as it is
very
now?
Content.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any final questions for me?
Nope.
All right. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.